Sunday, the Netherkast comes to the YouTube arena. Witness the pernicious podcasting power of the Razor's Edge. Marvel as the magnificent Shadaloo co-stars in a record-breaking 117 episodes. You'll be in awe when Django completes a single level of MK Mythologies and never uploads again. You've never heard anything like this. Be here this Sunday for a special guest appearance from Discord moderator RainReptile. We've got beer, fighting games, cynicism, beer on tap, a Canadian, ugly costumes, beer, an adversarial relationship with developers, free beer, late DLC, Native American stereotypes, and beer! Get your tickets today, cause you don't want to miss all the action. We'll sell you the whole seed, but you'll only need the edge. Coming this Sunday to the YouTube arena, it's the Netherkast. Children under 8 get in free.
Wow. Beautiful.
Welcome to the show, everybody. How we doing?
That was plainly scripted and rehearsed.
Fantastic.
I've been waiting for weeks. Of course it's scripted.
I can only shake my head in awe.
I am nodding my head.
Is there any cocaine left in the world after that?
I may have left a bit over there.
That was buff. Well done.
Someone's gumming the rest right now.
Wow. Anyway,
and I got bodied in that intro. All the same.
How about Nightwolf, you guys? What do you think of the reveal trailer?
He keeps calling me Shadaloo. I tell him to just leave.
Not as hype as that intro, I don't think.
It's more syllables makes it easier to shout.
All right.
Shad. Yeah, Shad, I mean, that D could easily be turned into a T and all that stuff like that.
As it's been. Shat and Lou tend to go together quite well, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, man.
So Nightwolf, eh?
Yeah, how about him? He's ready for roller derby in the year 2000X.
Why? Okay. I'm going to start off being really fair here. I can deal with the rest of the outfit. It's okay. I like the war paint. I'm really relieved to see that the bow and arrow and the hatchet can be made to fire green energy, and as well as the old.
Yeah, there was cause for worry a bit there. We jumped the gun a little bit, but when they only show his wind poses and they're all using blue fire, it's a little. I mean, it's we've been burnt. We expect the wrong thing now, so.
I've got about 50-50 odds. I'm as optimistic as I am pessimistic.
But as it turns out, whose moves do look how they're supposed to look, and I will grant, I liked the Green Lantern construct axes from 9 better, but he had a solid axe in every other game, so I can't actually complain. Yeah,
there you go. To me, this is the way it's got to be.
It looks cool.
I'm really digging the exit with the Howlin' Wolf Moon.
Oh, that is. It ends on a wolf at night.
It belongs on a T-shirt.
The best part of a trailer, that full moon wolf, I think.
It belongs on T-shirts. It seriously does. It's beautiful.
He does have really great wind poses.
He do.
He's got an eagle now too.
He has a hawk and a bear. He's cheating on the whole spirit guide thing. You're really only supposed to have one.
He is. He's got the fucking...
But he's special.
It's not just his ancestors. It's the ancestors of everybody who's ever lived in the forest.
More totem animals means more...
The Great Bear.
I do think that they're digging into the Native American stereotypes a wee bit.
Yeah, see, that's always kind of been my concern with Nightwolf, because I always remember back to interviews with Tobias when MK3 was coming out way back in the 90s, And he's like, I wanted to make him more modern, less like T-Hawk and Chief Thunder. So I gave him a biker vest. And
they're kind of missing that element of subtlety.
yeah.
Definitely.
The new outfit is...
Well, yeah, that's kind of... I think they thought that if they gave him all this, like, plastic rollerblade, like, cyberpunk-looking future armor, it would be less stereotypical, but it doesn't make sense either.
I don't know if it's actually less stereotypical. It's just, what if Native American in Blade Runner?
Yeah.
I can really dig the rest of it. I'm okay with it. It's just, now we gotta get around to talking about that hat. That fucking hat.
I knew someone was going to bring up the hat, and I knew somebody was going to do it quick.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's what all you guys talked about. The weird-ass rollerblade hat, the penis helmet. Like,
it looks like Stitch's skull.
It do.
It does. It does have teeth, which is weird because it's plastic.
Plastic
it
teeth.
Does. The teeth aren't plastic.
No,
the rest of it are plastic.
No, but everything else is.
Onto like a rollerblade helmet. It's the helmet that they make kids wear because they're like, wear your helmet while you ride a bike so you don't crack open your head.
Yeah. Boy.
Like his parents are very concerned.
that people haven't really cracked how to do, quote, respectfully of like the ethnicities and whatnot.
Well, okay, so there is one example that I think most people can point to and go, those guys at least tried, and it's
Killer Instinct here.
Killer Instinct picked a real tribe, the Nez Perce, and they went and talked to people on the reservation and learned about the culture in order to figure out how to dress Thunder and how to have him, like, act. They gave a shit. And so they were accurate, and so you can't complain that it's a stereotype when it's like, well, we actually talked to the natives and they said this is how it is.
And they said big and pissed. We did it.
But
it would require a lot of effort, though.
I feel like... So when MK9, Nightwolf... MK9 is like the first and only MK thing ever established what tribe Nightwolf is supposed to be from. And they
Gotta
said,
give her props for that.
Yeah, they said the Lakota. But in this game, they're walking it back. They've come up with a fake tribe called the Matoka, so they can make up whatever they want. And what they chose to make up was to completely rip off the way Thunder wears his paint by just dumping a bucket on his head.
Are you sure that he's from a fictional tribe, or was that just him talking about
looked that shit up.
There was two.
There was two?
It was the Lakota first, then the Lakota. I think they just changed the...
Yeah, it's the Matoka.
They just changed the letter.
It's all throughout his intros.
Matoka.
Like, if you've read the leak...
Oh, you guys are talking about the Switch stuff.
Yeah, Matoka. Well, he says it in the trailer.
Well, no, yeah, he does. I mean, but like he doesn't say that it's his tribe. It's like, dude, you fucked my neighbor's house up, bro. God damn it.
Like, what probably happened is you had someone in, like, I don't know, PR or marketing who, like, looked at everything and went, well, do we really want to specify that he's from a real tribe because we don't want to accidentally offend anyone? Yada, yada, yada.
You know how you don't accidentally offend anyone? By asking people who are Lakota how to dress Nightwolf. Like,
or you just do the same thing.
Fancy that.
Like, you just do the same thing and you don't put Nightwolf in your video game. I feel like that's often a thing that happens a lot. They're like, better safe than sorry. Let's just not do him.
I wouldn't be comparing them to KI as they did it wrong and these guys did it right so much if it weren't for the fact that they just blatantly ripped off the way Thunder wears his face paint. Because I have to imagine different tribes have a different tradition for the paint, the war paint on the face and stuff. And Thunder's was thought out, and they just looked at their neighbors and copied it for Mortal Kombat now. And it's, you know, Nightwolf didn't... He had his own thing, and now he's doing Thunder's thing. And
he had like the...
I keep going back to that Tobias
thing.
intro, or that Tobias interview, where he's like, I didn't want it to be like T-Hawk and Thunder. I wanted it to be different. And
I don't know. I just feel like...
So I think that, like, what we're all thinking here is basically, it's not terrible, but it's kind of lazy.
It is kind of lazy. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. But I just feel like if you're going to so blatantly rip off the way Thunder looks, and you know the guys who made Thunder did their homework, it's going to compare unfavorably to you. I just feel like they could have avoided that comparison.
They probably could have if they had stuck to the Ultimate Warrior guns. Because that's pretty much what he had in MK3, right?
Yeah. That was fine. I like his old face paint.
The tribe of Ultimate Warrior. Was that actually a thing that happened? I feel like that was a gimmick at some point. I don't know. But yeah.
Ultimate Warrior claimed to be from space. Maybe he has a space tribe. I don't know.
That's where this Nightwolf is from. Look at his armor, bro.
I think Kamala the Ugandan Terror was actually from, like, Detroit.
Well, you know, wrestling gimmicks are what they are.
So how do you feel about his fatalities, though? There are both of them now. They're okay.
I don't really feel like I give a shit about fatalities anymore in general, so...
Like, everyone
Is there more
wants...
than one out there?
Yeah, they showed up the second one just today,
we
as a
saw
matter
the
of fact.
second one.
Oh, I haven't seen that shit.
He, like, snaps their neck, and then he, like, cuts them along the back with his hatchet and lifts them into the air, and his bear spirit shows up and grabs them and rips them in half. But he started by snapping their neck. Well, they're already dead.
I think we've said this before, but it bears repeating. Like, the cinematic fatalities have to fucking go.
It's not even like if you snap a guy's neck real swift at the beginning, you've just given them a fast, merciful death. All the gore is just for you.
It doesn't add character or anything. It's just pointless.
And none of the fatalities at this point are really doing much to stand out from each other. They are just, like, I'm getting characters' fatalities confused at this point.
Yeah, see, that's my problem with them, is that they're not memorable.
Not at all.
There's, like, two that I actually like. I think it's Liu Kang's, like, 1-inch punch and Jax's, well, also punch.
Yeah.
Those are both good.
Yeah, like, Lu's 1-inch punch
is cool. is great. I do like that one.
Lu's 1-inch punch is cool because, like, he very rarely does the 1-inch punch. Like, he's supposed to be Bruce Lee, and he doesn't quite always do all of Bruce Lee's moves. So when he does do one, it's kind of like a special thing. Like when he does the Enter the Dragon, leap real high, and stomp on the guy and make the face.
I do wish that he hadn't perforated them first.
I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't really matter whether it's really good or really bad. The problem is, you can only watch something like that so many times.
Yeah.
I know, and this game so incentivizes fatalities. Like, you do them to get the currency now, and the AI is so into doing fatalities.
Yeah, the AI does them after every match.
Man.
And they
unless you pick, like, Jackie or Cassie, they have, like, a 50% failure rate for some reason. I don't know what the hell the deal is.
The AI is so weird like that. Like, if you do Sub-Zero, half the time he stands full screen and just uppercuts. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah,
man.
or like,
AI's
Beerus
weird.
will charge up his fist all match long.
Still need a couple of tweaks. It's not terrible, but we've come a bit of a ways from angry MK3 Jade AI. Just a bit.
At least Jade is fighting you, though. Like, she's in there.
Yeah.
She's not going to stand back and contemplate her knuckles.
Did we get a chance to talk about Sindel at all since we saw her render? I think we might have, like, done a show since before the last time.
I don't know if I have an opinion because it's a Revenant skin, so it's boring to me. I don't care.
I kind of feel the same way. Yeah, I don't really.
But I will say what I think of Sindel when I see her human skin.
I think how much I like Sindel is going to depend a lot about how much hair she uses in fights.
Yeah, she does have it in, like, it's kind of up in a bun or, like, a ponytail sort of thing. It's like some kind of updo.
I'd be disappointed if it's just a bunch of whipping around, but I have very high hopes.
The special moves look. Because her hair
I
is
think they can
always...
Special move.
Since
Sorry,
we have stepped into 3D, they have had trouble making it look not weird.
I hope to see it used for more than just a throw. That's all. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I get you.
So we got some costumes that have been showing up.
That is true, and
A lot of them.
they're pretty weird picks. Like I'm happy to finally have Kung Lao that's not wearing that cowl. But there's basically already an MK3 Kano in the game.
Okay, yeah, we should talk about the MK3 Kano now.
Yeah, like...
Now, before I go on and can say anything else about this, I want to just preface it with something that I said on my Twitter the other day, and it's just that, when you look at this, we're getting, and we have, Shang Tsung with his movie coat, bunch of MK2 ninja skins, MK2 ninja skins for the ladies, now we got skins for Kung Lao and Kano and Jax also.
And Sonya.
And now we know that we're going to have one for Sonya too, so I kind of feel like guest characters or no, I'm getting a lot of value for my money.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
really
real
appreciate
happy.
them, and I think that they look pretty damned good.
I'm real happy to have the Sonya skin and the ninja skins and the Kung Lao skin. I feel like Jax and Kano, those skins were basically already in the game.
Yeah,
You just
I'm going to
made
get to
two
that.
of the same thing, and it feels like... Here's what it feels like, is that the reason we haven't been able to unlock Jax's MK3 arms, which are part of story mode and should have been available at launch, is because they were waiting for this to release them.
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. And the reason that in that little ad we have Kano with mutton chops and the beard wearing the MK3 outfit is that if they were very obvious about it and just showed him the way he appears in the story, more people would be like, wait a minute, this is in there, you know? They tried to mix it up a little bit, I guess. It's either that.
I guess.
I don't even know, because Jax is the same way he is in story mode too.
But in the process of them mixing it up, now I feel like I don't want to use that skin because it's not accurate.
Well,
and I gotta be honest,
yes.
the bandolier looks like weird mushy plastic.
Pick a different one.
Which is probably what it actually was.
It does look
they were sprites for doing
like
that.
the prop Rich DeVizio was wearing, but that prop looked like it was bought at a Halloween store for a children's costume. It's not ideal.
It's the same with that
They
eyepiece.
could have, polished it up and made it look more metal,
yeah,
and still kept the accuracy. Just
it
quality.
looks like aluminum
but
foil.
They decided to go the spirit of Halloween with the look, so.
RainReptile, you get a lot of weird robot sounds coming from your monitor.
Robot sounds?
Yeah, robot sounds. I think we're still getting echo.
Okay, let me turn you down a little bit more.
It's just a faint rumble in the back.
Rumble, huh? How's that?
That's a bit better.
Yeah. But,
okay.
So going back to what I was saying, one thing I have to wonder is when this pack and Sonya come out, will it actually unlock the Jax arms and Sonya's headband that nobody seems to be able to get? Or do we still have to go through the grind we do for Scorpion's MK2 mask?
It'll probably be the same as the ninja masks were. They came unlocked when you got those MK2 versions.
Well, Scorpions didn't. Noob Saibot got his for free because he didn't have one already.
Did Sub-Zeros? Did anybody here not get Sub-Zeros from the Gauntlet before they picked up the outfits?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know about that, because I already had Sub-Zero
which one?
unlocked.
Sub-Zero's MK2 mask. It's in, I think, one of the mid-stages of the Gauntlet, probably somewhere near the beginning.
I think I got that one. I must have got that one by now.
Did you get it before or after you got the pack, assuming you got the ninja pack?
I think I got it before.
Okay.
It's so hard to keep track with all the gear in this game, man.
I mean, best case scenario, they put a tower out the same week that they released the skins.
Oh, yeah.
They could do that, because, the whole problem with Jax's arms is they're literally nowhere you can get them. Like, they're supposed to be in the crypt, but whatever chest they come unlocked by doesn't exist.
And I agree with you. Those are the only good arms for Jax. The other ones just work.
Yeah,
There's like two that I
all
enjoy.
All of the other arms are either multicolored or have some weird mattress pad clothing on them. I don't
Straight up
understand
gaudy.
the design
Ugly.
philosophy for any of Jax's arms in this game. Because
There's
you
a
have,
few that I enjoy.
you
not,
have
not
like
many.
25 years of previous games. Jax has had like 4 or 5 different arm designs. None of those are in.
I like his default ones. I think those are alright.
They get weird colors when you put them with certain shaders.
That's the problem, right? It's mixing and matching. It's like
Yeah,
trying to pick a Scarlet mask.
Like,
Scarlet's
honestly,
the worst one.
it's the colors that bothers me. Like, if all of Jax's arms were silver, I'd have some options.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
not really a lot of continuity going on there, I don't think. So that's what I think is going to be actually happening. Like, it's not a coincidence, you know? Jax's classic arms, freaking Kano's classic eye patch, well, cybernetic headpiece, Cabal's classic swords, or whatever you want to call them, his classic mask, Shao Kahn's red outfit, the Master of the Lower Minds thing, all of that. It's all unobtainium. No one can get a hold of it.
Yeah, that's what drives everybody crazy.
So I think that you're going to be
Rightfully
seeing
so.
like some sort of pack in the future that has Cabal, Shao Kahn, or who knows the fuck else.
I don't know. See, that bugs me because it's basically tricking us into paying for things that appeared to be available in the launch title. Things we know are on disc. Things we can look at in the menu, we just can't use.
See, if none of that had actually shown up, I wouldn't be throwing the shit fit that I am now. Or,
Yeah,
I don't know about
exactly.
shit fit, but
It's the having it
it's
dangled in
cause-
front of you and being told you can't have it makes you
Like,
mad. If it had been released later, it'd be
people-
fine.
Many people have been asking where the fuck we can find this stuff. A lot of people check Reddit, check, the various Facebook groups and shit. You don't dangle this stuff in front of people. It's terrible.
But they do. They definitely do, man.
It's Warner Brothers. Fucking.
Anyway, so at the very least, the costumes do look nice.
Yeah, I actually
appreciate
really
that.
like the way MK3 Sonya looks. I'm looking forward to having that.
Yeah,
This Kung Lao is way better than the MK3 Kung Lao for MKX. That thing looked weird
There's
to
some
me.
nice embellishments. See, like what I said about how they could have made Kano's bandolier look more real instead of like he bought it at Spirit of Halloween. They did embellish on Kung Lao. His, like, those little plates on his shoulder have, like, rivets in them and stuff.
Shoulder plates.
I wish he had hair, though.
Everyone does, yeah.
Like, how... you
there's
don't
no
even
law
have
that
to,
says
like,
a man
model
can't
hair.
shave.
Just put, like, a texture that he has a crew cut would be fine.
Yeah, didn't he have, like, super short hair in Mortal Kombat 3? It was there, it was just short.
Well, he had like a mullet in 3, but people would prefer to not remember him having long hair.
he had hair in 9.
Yeah,
was not
like
that
he
long
had,
ago.
in like Shaolin Monks and 9, he has like short hair, and it's fine. That's just like, since he's going to be wearing the hat most of the time, just slap a texture on the top of his head. You don't even have to change the polygons.
Like the non-canon human look, I think in X also had hair as well. The older version.
It
I'm pretty
did.
sure it
Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah, both Old Man Kung Lao and Tournament Kung Lao from that game.
Yeah, they
I
had
like
these
both
really
of those
long
skins. They were
ponytails.
really cool.
See, all of this, it's in the same ballpark as like why Cabal looks all jacked up depending on what you put on him. Like, it's all because of the gear system. They model someone having a cowl, and they don't really anticipate the fact that at some point he'll have a classic outfit on. So
You know,
they
I
take the cowl off, and it's frustrating.
I would be overjoyed to be proven wrong, but I bet Cabal gets none of this.
Probably.
I bet there will never be
possible,
a
but-
Cabal MK3 skin. We are just screwed.
Oh no, just wait for it. We're going to see that classic pack at some point. Liu Kang's pants, they're still out there somewhere.
Well, yeah, see, that's... I feel like Liu Kang, Raiden, and Johnny getting MK1 outfits is conceivable, because, like, all of the ninjas, male and female, are getting their MK2 skins, and this is an MK3 pack. I could see an MK1 pack happening.
Raiden has a pretty MK1-esque look. once you get story mode.
Yeah, but they could always make it even closer. Like
an MK2 Raiden, sure, with the shoulder kanji and everything.
You're saying, well, they already have one that looks that close, but look at Kano.
Well, it's close enough.
We're now getting a second MK3 Kano, so why not get a second MK1 Raiden?
We'll see.
It's quite possible. Yeah, it's quite possible.
It has been a long time since they've modeled the apron like they had it in Injustice 2, but so I would like an MK2 Raiden, but I feel like MK1 is more likely just because it's the game that doesn't have a pack yet.
I kind of just want to get that hat that he had, the normal, regular Raiden hat.
None of Raiden's hats that are in the game actually look like just a plain tan straw hat. They all have weird colors and textures and ornaments.
I think they'll get around to at least that much before the end of this thing.
Yeah,
True story. I went to an appointment yesterday, and the receptionist, cute gal, she was wearing a Raiden hat.
Oh.
Straw hat. She's got a hat. Why can't Raiden have a hat? Why not?
Was it a Raiden hat? Was she doing it because Raiden, or was she just
No, she was just chilled in front of her PC with the old straw hat on.
Damn,
I'm
badass.
Remind me of Mortal Kombat here. She's like, yeah. It was a pretty cool moment.
I like her enthusiasm.
Seriously.
I also have that hat. I don't always wear it, but I could have it on right now.
Always wear Raiden's hats.
You damn well should.
So there's been more stuff out there apart from just costumes. And almost anything to say about costumes before I move on?
Just that, like I was saying, I could see an MK1 pack happening because we have a 3-pack and we sort of have 2 packs. I don't see a place where Classic Cabal would fit in now that he's not in the MK3 pack. I think he's screwed, and that's a real shame.
That is weird that he's not in the MK3 pack. More than any.
I don't know that the devs really like Cabal anymore. I get the feeling that they put him in this game for the tournament legacy and everything, but he hasn't been treated with love and care.
That's true. That's very true. It almost is just fan demanded.
Maybe,
every now and then,
I actually think that what they did with Cabal is cool. In a dorky, they fucking got that dorky dad humor going on over there, a bunch. Cabalin is cool.
It might be that they're just all old men and they don't know.
Yeah, it could be that thing.
Hello, fellow kids. And, there's always the other possibility, which is they did put out a new round of towers not so long back, and the Jax arms did show up on PC once in towers. This happened.
Then I guess there is some glimmer of hope.
I mean, the game's script is designed to keep you refreshing and replenishing and playing, so it would not surprise me in the least, sorry to say, that in 2 more months, oh hey, there's the fucking arms.
I mean, I just wish that, because apparently the good stuff is all in invisible chests. Every time I put the blindfold on, I gotta stress out that the fucking zombie's gonna jump at me.
Just turn your volume all the way down, look away from the screen, and mash square.
It's just obnoxious to have to blindfold hammer. I want to relax and enjoy the scenery when I'm in the crypt. That's all.
Double R, did you say that you can sidestep the things?
Yeah, you can sidestep the ghost. Every time I put it on, I just side it.
Huh?
Yeah, footsies? Damn.
I'm just evasive.
Korean bagdash the fucking lizard?
Look at this guy. It's amazing.
Pretty much.
That sounds tight. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel
I'm gonna try that shit right now.
I know a lot of people are sick of the crypt. I feel like the crypt would have a perfectly fine reputation if once you unlocked everything, it just became a place you could go and look at the scenery. Because that's the best part about it, is just look how cool the island looks. That's all I want.
Look at this.
I want the pressure of opening these fucking treasure chests anymore.
Look at all this Mortal Kombat bullshit everywhere. Look at it.
I still like walking around and looking at the scenery. I just wish there was to explore. That's what I want. I just want to be able to walk to the other bridge and see Rain fighting Blaze up close.
There's a lot there to love. It's just that
I've seen what those models look like when you camera break. They are not up to snuff at close range.
Oh, I've watched the whole fight. Me too.
You know that rumor that we had that said that there was going to be another section of Crypt that was just the living forest? I want that to be a thing now very badly. Because it's a treat. It still is a treat to just run around and appreciate the scenery.
Yeah, like...
You give me that living forest version, holy shite.
That would
I'll be there for another 3 days.
The tree next to the collector's shrine is a living forest tree.
Yeah, see, that's where I figured if they do finally patch in that last section, they'll like put a portal at that tree. That's what I imagine.
You're lying.
It eats you when you're there.
You're lying. I'm gonna go look at this right now.
Go look at it. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, right.
It has a face. It doesn't move, but it has a face.
If I can't sidestep this lizard in here, you're not purple anymore.
Did you just get two of us to...
Well, not the lizard.
Did you just get two of us to start running around in the crypt right now?
We're both in the crypt.
I come on the show and I make y'all go on the... That was my secret plan the whole fucking time.
That's fine. You two play the game. We'll discuss it.
Exactly.
I can do both. Ooh. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
God damn it.
Ha-ha.
You guys have those up there?
Coke? Yeah. Yes.
You don't have Cinnamon Life? I don't know what you got. I don't know
what Cinnamon Life is. Do you have Apple Jacks?
No.
You don't have Apple Jacks?
Not in my house.
We do have Apple Jacks in America. Those exist.
Okay. Do you also think of Jacks when you eat Apple Jacks?
No.
No, they spell it different.
No.
Definitely not.
It's unacceptable. I think of him all the time whenever I eat Apple Jacks.
See, that's to me, that's like that dumb joke Tankerowan put in the Rebirth trailer where the SON on the door where it says Jackson Briggs was faded to be like, oh, that's he's Jax, right? That's where it comes from. No, man, that's stupid.
Yeah, I finally saw that bit of dialogue between Scarlet and who was it? It might have been Liu Kang, where she's like, "As God is my witness, with the gods as my witness, I'll never go thirsty again." And I'm like, "This is why you made her an orphan, isn't it?"
No, it was versus Johnny Cage, because then he goes, "Yeah, that was frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn."
I don't give a damn.
Scarlett O'Hara, haha, that's so funny. Gone with the Wind joke.
Yeah.
This is why they did it. It has to be. Wah wah.
Scarlett O'Hara.
All right, Phil. There's other things around we can talk about, not just costumes. So there's apparently been a little bit of an overhaul to the way that the Combat League works in terms of point loss. I just saw that logging on.
Yes.
I haven't even tried Combat League.
Oh, it's painful. It's fucking painful.
It's extremely painful.
That's why I haven't tried it.
But man, 2 good Scorpion and Sub-Zero masks in this shit, though.
All you really got to do, though, is, like, just get on 5 times, 5 days, eat the losses, and you have some brutalities.
Well, here's
what I do.
My question. If you, like, miss a league, will those costumes come back unlockable in some other way, or will it just be another league?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess that
they're all labeled question marks rather than Combat League, so they could do anything they want to unlock them.
I'm gonna have to assume so, because I missed the Kung Lao brutality the first time through.
Because I'm not really interested in everybody red and black, or like, angel shaders and demon shaders.
No, but
apparently we're getting Revenant skins with human skin tone, and that does interest me.
Yeah, those look good.
That's
the Jade human one, the human version of Jade's Revenant costume looks good.
Yeah, see, I would use that. But I don't want to play Combat League.
We got Scorpion's Armageddon mask up there right now, I think.
Armageddon?
It's like one of the lowest tier rewards.
Yep.
A day of getting your ass to be able to get it for you.
Can somebody help me out and confirm if, like, you can... It seems like as the first season, like, if you didn't get your unlockables until the end of the season, it was over. I got that shit already. So do you get it as soon as you unlock it now? Is that...
Yeah, I was able to use Scorpion's wind pose before the league was anywhere near close to being done last time.
Thank you. That's such a fucking big fix. That's awesome. That's what I wanted more than anything else in the world. I don't want to wait a month for that dank shit.
I do love my red and black Scarlet, man. That red and
Well, yeah, if it's a character who already wears red and black, it would be nice to have...
But this one in particular looks great.
All right, I'm going up to this here tree.
Do you see a face?
It's on the right side of the tree, I believe, when you're facing the shrine. So if you're facing the shrine, you are clockwise, and it should be on that side.
What I love, being the nerd that I am, about the idea that you could get to the living forest in a later patch, is that in the MK2 comic, when the island collapsed and Sonya and Kano ended up trapped in Outworld, they arrived in the living forest.
That's true.
The island being connected to the forest is an actual, like, lore thing.
Yeah, that's true. That, or you know what would be sick is right, like Jack's booking it through. I want that.
Cutting in and out there a little bit, man. Try again.
Sorry.
We're good. Jax, booking it through.
Right.
Portals. I'm in.
Yeah. So I would love for that to be a real thing, and then to discover, surprise, the chest with all the gear you can't get is in this room.
So it's the tree right just to the left of the shrine?
I mean, there's only one tree in the shrine room, right?
There's one.
In the collector shrine, by the collector shrine.
Yeah, where you play the fucking lottery for gear and skins.
Exactly. I always get Kano. You get Garrison?
I mostly get Devora.
Oh, I was down checking out the collector's shop. Which he's in there right now, by the way. You guys can go farm that shit if you want.
Is it the same for everybody? I think it's random.
No, I think I read the times for like...
No, he shows up at 4 a.m. That's it.
Well, he's here right now.
I thought it was like the middle of the afternoon. Maybe they.
Everybody go confirm if it's just me. I doubt my luck is that good because I don't have good luck.
Like, there's a ribcage on this tree, but there ain't no face.
Well, that's where I would put the portal anyway.
Anyway, I'm gonna run down and like...
I feel like I want to go back and discuss Nightwolf Bearhawk a little bit more.
You should.
We didn't really get into it.
I agree.
Well, one sec. I just wanted to cover the fact that, like, once you hit, I think it's champion rank in Combat League, you have 72 hours of inactivity that they grant you.
Oh, yes.
Before you start dropping points. And I think that's a really good fucking idea.
Yep. Takes longer before the chip damage kicks in.
Yep.
GG's.
This
Two
is so
good changes
mobile
for
game
me.
tactics. This fucking...
It is.
Also,
it's designed to keep you playing the game, designed to keep player retention up.
I mean, I would still be playing this fucking thing, even if, you know, you don't have to do this shit to keep me playing.
We're not exactly representative of most of the people playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, well,
we're doing a
most of the
podcast
people
about
playing
this.
Mortal Kombat, they have a day job, and Combat League's over on Friday, isn't it?
Is it fucking Friday?
What?
It usually ends on, like, before the weekend. That's what I heard.
That's silly.
I'll go check.
I might be wrong. That's what I heard. Like I said, I don't fucking play it.
Check your sources. Man, Aaron Blackskin? That looks like ass.
Talking straight out of my ass.
Like, see, that's one of the things I actually don't mind Combat League that much. I know it's full of really abusive players, and half the matches that I have just start with the guy backing off and holding crouch block and waiting for me to do something. But you know what?
Look, that is a time-honored tradition.
Do that too. See who gives in first. We're smart people, we're patient people. It's probably going to be them.
Some people actually are Guile mains. Can you believe that?
You know what? Throw one projectile, get a little chip on him, and then duck block.
Yep.
I'll run out this clock, motherfucker.
Man.
See if I won't.
I've I've said it before. It's got a lot of problems and annoying shit and whatever. But I am like still really fucking happy that there's a route to gear and unlockable shit through competitive gameplay modes. I really appreciate that. Instead of having to like you have to go to story mode, or you have to do.
I just wish that there
like
were
that.
multiple paths to the same skin.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
Like
That's really like the dream, you know, that you could somebody who, you know, like if a skin is only unlockable by playing like winning 10 ranked matches and you never want to go online, you're never going to get that skin. But if that's one of many ways to get it, then everybody can get it. And that's, you know, everybody should be able to get all the things.
It ends in 16
I agree with
days.
that.
In how many?
16 days.
Oh, good stuff.
Season 2 of Combat
Wait,
League
I
ends in
didn't
16
mean
days.
this weekend. I just heard that they end on weekends. Or before
Okay.
weekends, so like...
And also, like, if you have a lot of trouble and you can't really take getting your ass crushed by these people, a good thing to do is like wait out a couple of weeks first. Like the first week, second week, it's going to be nothing but the ultra competitive people trying to get to God rank to get a shitty skin for some reason. So just wait it out and
It is. And
sneak in
don't
there
go
afterwards.
like, you know, Friday night from like 6 p.m. on, you know, you're going to get your butt wrecked, like shit like that. You know, it makes sense. Whatever.
I had the worst fucking match. Like, I mean for the opponent in this case, but the first fucking match I had in Combat League, I just picked noobs I bought, I went full in, started using combos left and right,
Ham.
just destroyed him the first round, and then all I hear is, I thought he was just gonna use the same move over again. He really beat us bad. I'm like, oh, I just trounced an 8-year-old child. Uh-oh.
Man, that is like the most awesome meta game of playing online. You never know what the fuck is going on over there. I got that too, man. It's like, man, I beat the shit out of this dude. Ugh, fucking whatever, dude. Okay, your turn.
He
Oh, good. Sorry, man.
he forfeited after that round, and I didn't feel good about myself.
Rated M for mature.
Right? Like, come on, man.
Just remember, for anyone who trounces your ass and makes you feel like there's no point going up against them, like these people, you might be that person for someone.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. You can ruin someone's day.
Or look
You
at little
could
kid.
get
I had
matched
that
up
too.
against an 8-year-old. You never know.
You never know. I've run into that too. Like a little kid gets on. It's like, wait. Let me try stuff. Wait. Let me try again. I'm just like, all right, dude. I'll give you the whole match. You got it, man. It's cool. Let's learn to play. That's fine. We're having fun. Shit's fun.
The type
It's
of
something
personalities
interesting.
you can find online, man, especially in the NRS.
I have to wonder, do you think there are less 8-year-olds playing, say, SNK heroines?
There are some questions that aren't meant to be answered. Nothing good comes out of the
I want to
stars.
know.
No. Let's just not.
What's a heroine?
All right. So Ed said something interesting the other day. When he promised the trailer, he was like, we know a lot of you people have had a lot of... Well, you people. We know a lot
What
of
do
you
you
have
mean,
had...
you people?
You fucking netherers, you.
God damn it.
Okay,
I'll leave a
no.
Twitter. Fuck it.
No, he said, we know that a lot of you have had a lot of questions and are very understandably, justifiably impatient about not knowing when things are coming, and he said, this is not by our choice.
Yeah, he specifically
He did.
said the words "not our choice" about, like, the DLC schedule.
Yeah. So, kind of thinking that this whole long-term plan to get people really stretched out and really playing the game seems like more WB shenanigans to me.
I don't know,
Yeah,
it's
they're-
either WB shenanigans, or what Ed means is it wasn't our choice to not be done yet.
Yeah. Like
Possibly.
either way, it could easily. It's probably. I mean, it's definitely a WB thing. I think that's like the safest assumption you could ever assume. But it could be like,
WB.
they didn't give us enough time on the front end of this thing. We were supposed to launch later, so obviously we're behind.
They were
AF
behind,
now.
and then they had to like cut down on everybody's hours because it leaked that they were abusing crunch.
And I mean, I've said it like a bunch of times, and it should be obvious. Like, they know people want this stuff like earlier. They know that people are happy when they like launch the game and that Combat Pack 1 trailer comes out that shows everybody like really soon. Like they know what people are wanting. They don't
And I mean, look, even as negative as I am, I've been on our Discord, and like when people are like getting angry, like they think NRS is deliberately withholding stuff, and it's like, why hasn't there been a trailer yet? This is unacceptable. Every single time, I'm just like, dude, there's not a trailer because it's not done yet. If it was ready, it would be out, man.
Game has had development problems. They've been behind schedule.
They're not doing this to you on purpose.
No, and they also don't like looking bad and disappointing people and people talking shit.
Yeah, no, nobody wants bad publicity.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I feel for a lot of the employees, not necessarily the business practices, but a lot of people in this industry, man, they will do some stupid shit. They'll ask for stupid shit to keep players playing. They want as many players as possible playing as long as possible.
Oh, yeah.
I brought this up in our Discord. A little while ago, we were asked what would be a potential formula or ideas to get what was called a quadruple A game, which is defined as a game that 1 billion people play. 1 billion.
I don't know, man.
I think you would have to airdrop PlayStations into like third world countries.
Like you need to be Candy Crush at that point. That's what a quadruple A game means, and people believe that this is a realistic goal. This is a fluke, man.
Yeah,
there's not like the population of America is not even like 500 million.
So yeah, that's why I asked, like, well, should we build a weather dominator next? Cobra! All right. So you said you want to go back to Nightwolf.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about his moves.
All right. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing. He's got the reflect.
Yeah, he can meter burn the reflect into a teleport behind you now.
And all of his moves just looked very aesthetically pleasing to me. Like the lightning kind of has like a blue spirit aura around it, while the arrow's green glow is super vibrant. Like
it is.
I don't know. Yeah, nothing really disappointed
shadow
me.
His shadow shoulder has shadows.
Fun to play.
I think one of like the leading questions is people wondering, are the bear and the hawk gear moves? Of course they're fucking gear moves, man.
Yeah.
Throwing the bird is probably definitely a gear move. He had that one buff that looked like it was like just bouncing projectiles off of him or something.
Well, the bear seemed to be armor, and the wolf buff seemed to just like it lit him up and then he was doing moves. So I guess maybe more damage, or it's like that Shao Kahn shit where you're not sure it's doing anything at all.
Most of the blue stuff seemed to be like electricity related, and the colors are kind of differentiating that. I don't know if that was the case there.
He had a buff where he'd call the wolf, and then he had blue flames on his arms.
Yeah, the fucking wolf jumps up and like, how bark at the moon, and then boom, he's got blue shit on him.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he can kind of call down like the heaven laser ray in the middle of a fight now. That's kind of
that was cool.
I like that most of his lightning moves were like tied to the axe or hatchet or whatever, and a lot of that was for that thing. It kind of makes that axe a little bit more, I don't know, significant or purposeful.
Yeah,
theoretically.
Have we established that the axe is gear? I think the axe is gear.
It's gotta be gear. There's no other reason to like have it on his belt like it is.
Yeah.
What I wonder is what that weird club thing he carries on his back now is.
No one seems to be able to identify that thing.
What club thing?
I don't know, man. He's got something on his back.
Some people say it's like a rifle stock or
well, you know, it looks to me like Like, if you've watched the cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender, Sokka carried, like, he had a boomerang, and then he also had this, like, ball on a stick that he just whacked people with. It looks like one of those. And I guess it's, like, some sort of, like, common tribal weapon, because Sokka was based on an Eskimo. I don't know.
Yeah. Adds up. I really hope that his paint is one of his gear items. It's probably not. It's probably tied to his skins.
I have to imagine, like, people have been saying, I hope the hat is gear. It's probably just, like, there will be skins that don't have the hat.
I really don't want the hat. I'm okay with everything, just the fucking hat. It's not right.
I just want, like, MK3 Nightwolf, man. It's just fun.
I think I do, too.
I don't really like, with Nightwolf, them playing with the formula. I would just rather they play it safe, because every time they do something different, I don't really like it. Like, I didn't like Mohawk Nightwolf alt in Deception, and
nobody liked that thing.
I didn't like the bear hat in 9, although I know some people do.
I don't.
My ideal alternate costume for Nightwolf is to dress him like Indiana Jones. Because the man's a history professor. He comes from the actual, like, modern world. He doesn't live in the woods at a campfire 24/7.
Man, I had this whole deal where I was like, this Nightwolf doesn't really seem like the same dude to me. It would have been cool if, like, maybe this dude was someone else from this fictional tribe you were talking about.
Like, they gave him this new backstory about how he's like a legacy character, and he got the name Nightwolf from the previous shaman who trained him, so there are many Nightwolves. Like, this didn't actually have to be the MK3 character.
No. I thought it would have been cool if, like, he helped unrevenant that dude and free his spirit and whatnot. And OG Nightwolf got to, like, go be, like, ascend, like the Great Kung Lao and shit. Because that dude fucking, come on, he saved the planet. He bodied Sindel and she was killing everybody. That dude's a badass.
Yeah, Nightwolf is pretty rad.
Yeah, he fucking earns that shit. Go be like Great Kung Lao. And this dude is a little younger, a little whatever, and he wears weird armor. I think this guy, like, he does dress like he's not the same person. That's true. He does.
But story-wise, I think the window for them writing things like that was X, and so it has passed.
Yeah, I'm not expecting this to happen, because I thought Shao Kahn's fucking new skin stuff was going to have some significance, and that hella did.
Yeah, remember we thought that was going to be, like, significant? Like
the entire internet is, what's up with his arm? And it turns out it's just art.
It's what it is, just look, man. That's
you ever think that they look at this shit and they're like, Jesus, our fans are fucking insane? Well, we are.
Look, the man looks different. Everybody noticed.
Makes back to reasons.
Hard to not notice.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
I was just sounded so old at MK9. To me, anyway.
That's what bothers me about, like I said it when we were talking about X a lot years ago. Why retcon something from the last game? Like, it's only been 4 years. People haven't forgotten that was there.
That's their legacy, man. The NRS legacy is fuck the legacy.
This is why we have Chronica.
If you're gonna retcon things, put those retcons in 9, because the game claimed to be a reboot. That would be the time to do it. And then for X and 11, stick to what 9 established.
Unfortunately, well, X wasn't so bad about it, but 11, woof.
I mean, with X, it was mostly costumes.
I tend to think more along the lines of, like, the Scarlet and Aaron Black backstories.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But it's just a little awkward to be, like, playing that flashback scene in X where Raiden, Liu, and Kung Lao go after Baraka and Devora, and, like, Kung Lao all of a sudden has long hair, and Raiden's not wearing that time medallion that was the entire plot of 9.
That's the thing. I really like that Kung Lao skin. I thought that Kung Lao skin was great.
It's just
good.
It was not what he was wearing in 9, so it's weird.
Same with this one. Like, oh, you were just about to get your neck snapped? You weren't dressed like an American hero then.
Yeah, where'd you get this fucking flag poncho?
Bro. Consistency with a K.
With a K.
right,
He's
is
got
there,
some cool move, though, the Nightwolf stuff. I really like that. Whatever that roll is that he's doing, that shit looks sick. I like that EX reflect that like puts him right behind you and he's like chopping on you and shit. He's got some interesting options. His look has a lot of options, so he could appeal to a lot of different play styles.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff.
He looks really good.
He does look
he looks
good.
strong. He's going to be like Shang Tsung level, I feel like, right away.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fucking shit. I'm excited about him.
$500 Sunglasses asked us if we think he'll have a Revenant skin. I kind of hope he will, because I thought he looked pretty cool as a Revenant.
He would be the only guy in the game who has a Revenant skin that it's not their primary. That's what's kind of weird to me, because like even with Sindel, they're showing off the Revenant skin.
Huh.
Yeah, I feel like it would be odd if he didn't have one, really.
Yeah, it would be weird, because obviously he has been a Revenant, but I don't know, like, it seems like, because if you read the leak stuff, there's a couple intros where somebody mentions his Revenant to him, but obviously none of his intros are from the position of, like, even when he's fighting his mirror match, it doesn't really sound like regular him versus Revenant him.
Well, you get that with, like, Cassie, too.
But Cassie doesn't have a Revenant, so all of her mirror match intros are just very
even some of them like reference alternate timelines, and Lou's got one against himself where he's like, my katana died, I'm here for yours. It's like, no, back off, asshole. So it's not exclusive, like,
well, it's just odd to me that like he'll be fighting Nightwolf and have an intro where, or Nightwolf will be fighting Noob Saibot and have an intro where Noob is like, your Revenant wishes to meet you. But in the mirror matches, it's clearly not the Revenant.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some Nightwolf Noob dialogue here. I thought I threw in a fucking Soulnado. What the fuck?
Yeah, right?
Yep, I got better.
In regards to Nightwolf as a Revenant, I think what it may be, I think he will have a Revenant skin, but the issue here may be that unlike Sindel, being a Revenant is not coinciding with Nightwolf's little backstory they've written.
Yeah, that's true. Like all of Nightwolf's intros are very, very focused on introducing his new origin story.
Right, from what I've seen, that's what I've
talking about like the Matoka
well.
tribe and just establishing all this new lore they've come up with. Whereas all of the other characters are very established. And
totally, yeah.
And, like, all of Sindel's intros are blatantly evil, so her being the evil version of herself does kind of make sense.
Yeah, Sindel is all, too bad you will die. That's kind of what...
Yeah.
Which is honestly the best Sindel, right? We can all agree.
It's kind of
doesn't
the
get
only
any better.
Sindel.
It's very, very...
It's not like
that's
she
what
had
I
a
was
lot of
hoping for.
dialogue deception, which is the only game where she's a good guy.
Why are we saying these things like they're bad things? It is too bad that they will die. It is too bad that they all died. Established after several years. It's very bad indeed. That's why we're all here right now.
Fair point.
What is your day? Bring the boys back home. So was there anything else on the docket?
Right now is Evo.
Yeah,
Who cares?
Do we want to talk about Evo?
You can do that.
Django, do you want to talk about Evo?
Yeah, man, Evo's fucking really. I haven't watched this again. I've been fucking busy this whole weekend. It fucking sucks. I gotta watch the hard.
So how many Aaron Blacks are out there right now?
More than
I haven't seen any.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. I've only watched a few matches, a handful here and there, but...
What was I hearing? I thought I heard there was a lot of katana going on, but maybe not.
Neat.
That character. Oof. She can do what she wants.
I was watching Katana Prime today, and he was playing Jade. That was tripping me out.
Whoa.
That's no loyalty, man, I tell you.
Yeah, right?
Jade's good. Listen, man.
It's not like the old days.
No, she's good. She's quite good.
Everybody in this game came out hot and heavy, and they still do with their stupid ass tier list. They shattered the tier list. Kotal Khan climbing his way. Just shut the fuck up. No.
See, what we're getting right now. You have so many people out there right now wondering where the fuck's the balance patch? Where the fuck's the balance patch? Balance patch? Where the fuck? Fuck the pouch, the balance. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I don't know if these people were here for like X or 9, but that was literally the discussion. Let the game breathe for a little while, a couple of months, before you start like putting out balance patches every week like they used to.
They're definitely not going to do that anymore at all. But
they put out a patch and then a patch for the patch because the patch fucked up that previous.
I'll be honest. A lot of people are still waiting for a final patch for MK9 this many years later.
They are.
So that'll be so in many ways, man.
They're not going to put a patch out like while fucking Evo's going on or like the heart of the competitive season's going on.
Let's change the entire meta in the middle of a tournament.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's probably the main reason why there's not been a patch yet. It says like Evo and people want to get used to the swing of things and their matchups. So I'd say it's very likely to me that along with Nightwolf, we'll probably get the very first one, I think. We're going to see a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Well,
there's definitely
on the
one
subject
coming.
Of
That's
things that
for
are
sure.
coming soon. Was that image that said there's going to be a trailer, like next week, like the 10th and 11th or something like that? There's going to be like a trailer for the rest of the combat pack. Was that real?
I missed that.
I saw something on that. Yeah, it was a combat pack trailer for August. I want to say 9th.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It was like
the
9th or the.
Fascinating.
I found the image. Combat Pack trailer, August 9th and 10th. Why are there 2 dates for a trailer release?
That's lame.
That is
one half.
Suspicious.
You know what? It might be. Maybe it's one half MK characters, one half guests. You never know.
Ooh.
Perhaps.
Could be.
Maybe it means they're releasing at midnight.
This makes me happy. I will indulge in some French laughter.
I mean, I'm still suspicious. I feel like Combat Pack trailer means Sindel and Spawn, and we're still not going to show Terminator and whoever the last guy with the chainsaw is.
Who could it be?
It's a mystery.
Leatherface
Lumberjack
is pissed.
I mean, it could be Doom Guy.
I mean, I'll be honest, Ash only had 2 lines of dialogue in the leak. They could change plans.
Oh god. If you're listening, we're still perfectly okay with not having Joker. Everyone is okay with not having Joker.
I'm okay with not having Joker in the DC universe.
Wow. That's brutal.
I'm fucking done with that guy,
just,
man.
you know, I would feel the same way about, like, most given DC or Marvel character if I had to wake up and see them every other fucking day in a commercial or something. Just a little bit. T-shirts. Heath Ledger. The Dark Knight.
Matt Reeves
Why
movie
so
to come out
serious?
so it can be Riddler's time. That's all I know.
I do want more love for Riddler. I agree with you on that.
When's it going to be Penguin o'clock?
I think he's a major player in that Matt Reeves movie too. I think it's like mostly Penguin and Riddler.
Yeah, we're all waiting for that. We're all waiting for that Killer Moth mega crossover event, though. Let's be real. Oh God Almighty! Was there anything else on the docket? We got Evo.
Can I say something on patches? One more thing.
Yes, you can.
Lovely, thank you, Shad. Django, feel free to disagree with me on this, but I feel like more than a balance patch, this game could use a functionality patch. I don't know. I find there to be a lot of input errors. Maybe that's because I am an input error, but that's just me.
I am error.
Listen, man, inputs have been funky since forever with these games, and funky in a way that seems to evolve from game to game. Like when Injustice 2 came out. Or devolved, yeah. Well, I mean, actually, if it just stayed consistent, then it's like it being weird. Once you get it down to one game, it'll be fine with the next one. That's not the case. And like when Injustice 2 launched, there was some weird ass fucking shit. And, you know, inputs were weird, and I was getting inputs for doing other inputs. And it wasn't just me, everybody talked about it. And eventually they did do a patch that helped it somewhat. And then this game, it has like this whole other new situation where like things don't string into other moves quite like they did before. So you're going to have to alter your timings and the way things work a little bit. And they also introduced that input window option, which again also affects things a little bit. So yeah, there's definitely some weird input business going on, and hopefully that gets addressed. I think it probably will whenever they do another patch or something like that, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. I agree with that.
Functionality.
I mean, yeah, what happens when you push buttons in a video game is pretty important.
It is pretty important.
The thing that does get me about this is that, like, the game is extremely unforgiving when it comes to, like, fucking up your combo inputs. Definitely. A lot of other games out there, it doesn't matter, like, what you flub on your way from A to B. Like, this game doesn't, like, it will not forgive you. If you hit a button accidentally between input strings, that combo is finished.
Well, there's even supposed to be, like, a thing for beginners where it'll, like, auto-help your fucking combo. Or your special
Is that release check mode?
It doesn't really work very well.
I hate release check. Release check is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, nobody likes that shit. I don't know why they put that thing in the game over and over again. It feels like this time, though, especially with that input window thing, like maybe the order of checks has changed a little bit. So it checks for this before it checks for this, and then it checks the input window option. And if you have the input window option set up too high, then, you know, if you go from ducking to forward 1, the game will read that as like a fireball. And you don't want a fireball when you're like right on top of the other character. It's death.
Yeah, I hate the fact that I always go to, like, KI did it and they got it right. But at this point I'm just like, can fucking Iron Galaxy make the next MK, please?
I kind of second that motion, honestly.
I don't think that we're ever going to win fans at NRS now. We're not getting invited back to the next...
You know what?
We went to California. We're going to have to fucking pull the snub thing to get into, like, the MK12 party.
I don't even know if they're going to keep doing those kind of events, but I didn't know those existed when we started the show, and I wasn't setting out to be one of those guys, one of the big influencers who gets invited to things. I'm not...
It's not that I want to be an influencer. I just want to, be on a blacklist.
Well, here's my thought. It's like all the best events are like conventions put together by the fans anyway. Like, I would love to go to a Combat Con if they have another one.
So would I.
Totally. But no, I think you guys do a lot more to hype up the fans than you do to sort of negativity in there. I think the fact that you guys are critical while also being, part of the elite fan group is what... I think they appreciate that, so I don't think you need to worry about being
my feeling on it. Clubs. My feeling on it has always been that I have a responsibility to be honest about my feelings to the listeners, and because that's people listen to us to hear somebody who's not a fucking corporate shill. They don't want to hear some robot who's being paid off. They want to hear real human beings say what they think. Just like they are. And so I'll say when I like something, and I'll say when I dislike something. And I've been a fan of this franchise since I was 10 years old, since 1992. And
I mean, I'm shitting around just a little bit. I just I can honestly imagine, because I know for a fact, having seen it from Ubisoft and people doing podcasts and talking about their work, and they're like, oh my god, look at this wonderful piece of artwork that someone made that someone made or drew for us, these representations of our characters. I can't imagine all of the stuff that they must have to see every single day. So I'm just sitting down and picturing someone whose job it is to listen to podcasts, and then we come on and it's oh, this flock of fucks.
Well, that guy's just he's getting paid to do a job, and we're talking shit about his job. I get that.
Yeah,
but
it's
I can't let that stop me from sharing how I genuinely feel.
And you shouldn't. You absolutely shouldn't. I just,
You guys do a lot of their job for them. You guys hype up the hard fans. Let's just start yelling up reactions on YouTube aren't doing that.
Well, I know a lot of our audience has kind of dropped off post-release. That's no.
I mean,
that's
that
no
always
secret.
happens.
It does.
It gets huge right before it comes out, and then it comes out, and everybody goes and plays the game, and they don't listen to stuff telling them the game's coming out anymore.
You've had some fucking fun adventures.
Wait, this game's out?
Some of it is. I would
beta.
say somewhere around 75-80% of this game is out.
I think that once the computer gets done playing these towers, I'll finally start to be able to play. No,
Yeah,
just
right?
kidding. JK, Lawless Skates hugs. Okay, so like honestly, actually, there's a question for you guys right now. How often do you find yourself playing at this stage, a couple months down the road?
So, since Shang has come out, I've barely played it at all. Like, I have completed Noob Saibot's character towers, and most of that was the AI. Like, I only play when I need to do fatal blows and brutalities at this point.
I still play it in, I'm going to say, most days, every other day. Like, maybe about 2 days out of the week, 3, I won't play. But just got a lot of shit to do. I really do enjoy the game a shit ton. It's just that I don't think I'll be able to, like, really start having fun fighting other people until I have, I guess, a complete character with all of their fatal blows, all of their possible intros and finishers and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, like that.
It's weird to me to, like, it's weird to me to play people with what I view as an incomplete character.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like, I don't know that these games are made for me anymore. Like, as a 100%er, like a completionist.
Yeah.
I can't do... Because these games aren't made to be 100%ed. So much stuff is, like, just not possible to get. Especially with, like, Injustice 2. It was literally not how the game worked.
You guys play Reborn Scorpion, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. You're not even going to Netherrealm, you're going to hell. I just got beat by one in Combat League. It's really
Are you playing online now? You're not even, like, looking at the crypt anymore?
No, I couldn't get that fucking thing to pop out, so I couldn't sidestep his shit, man.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't
The lizard was ducking me, man. The lizard was ducking me, so I gotta go fight
it's a
some
zombie, right?
I don't know what it is, man.
It looks like a ghoul.
It's like Batman Detective Vision. I don't know what that shit
No
is.
zombie goes that fast.
I mean, there is a lizard. He doesn't attack you. You attack him. His name is Reptile, and
You
this
see
is his
him
fate now.
You see him, and then he just... See, you never saw Reptile? I don't know.
Never saw it.
There's a list out there of specific areas where he shows up.
There are 4 or 5 specific locations he's scripted to appear in. So
A bit more than that, I think. A bit more than that. And like once you put the blindfold on, he just like kneels down and punches the ground like, oh, God fucking damn it, because he knows what's about to happen.
Never seen that.
Yep.
Wow.
You hit him once and you get a green skin for Scorpion, I think it is.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. After that, I think you just get a heart or some gold.
It's a bunch of gold or some hearts. One of the two.
Guacamole Scorpion? Okay. That's cool.
I suppose if I have one lingering long criticism about the game, it's that as great as it is as a competitive game, no question, no doubt there, no second guessing, the single player mode seems to have been designed by people who aren't really sure how anyone could just find beating the AI fun.
I
think that's my major criticism.
I feel as though the people at NRS took all the wrong lessons from the MK9 Challenge Tower and have been implementing them since every game after 9.
Yeah.
The fun missions in the Challenge Tower were stuff like stand still and throw projectiles as a horde of zombies comes towards you, or tag team matches, you know, all the stuff that, like... Honestly, those mini-games could have been story mode mechanics, and I think it would have made things richer. Like, you could fight a horde of Tarkatans during the invasion through a mode like that. But, like, all they saw fit to keep was test your luck, and test your luck is the least fun mode.
But it is like one of the easiest to implement.
Yeah, it is the easiest, because it's just like all the all those
I mean, like,
modifiers
it's programming.
are pretty
It's
much
not so
carry
much
over from previous games. You don't have to make them new over again.
I think that it's time that someone reminded them that, like, all the random modifiers, all the crazy stuff, all the wacky stuff, those initially came from putting in combat codes. You had to make that happen by choice.
I know, man.
Like,
yeah.
it's not the kind of thing you force someone to go through unless they really want to.
It's painful.
That's all I gotta say about that. Like, nice try, but if you could just, I don't know, switch all the towers to classic mode, I don't know, maybe.
That'd be nice.
Be really cool.
Well, then you could actually learn characters.
Like, I feel like
Don't worry about heads falling at your face.
like at my own pace.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't have that. Oh, great! This is that modifier for the weather, where every time I fucking like shit that fucks with your controls.
I love the
my
shit
God.
where it's raining health-draining blood while you're fighting Scarlet or some shit.
Gross.
And there's like that one safe space in the middle of the arena, and you gotta stand there.
That's just great. That's so much fun.
Cleansing stones ahoy! Boy. All right, was there anything else tonight?
I think we can take some questions.
Yeah, we got a few, I think, from last little while. Kiala Clutch, or Kiala Kupono, as she's apparently known now.
The hell does that bitch want? That motherfucker. Sorry. He keeps fucking bodying me in Combat League. We get matched up randomly. That guy's my nemesis.
Are we sure that I'm the most gangsta? I don't know, man. Got some rage going on. So
it's fine. It's fine. He's good. Hey, Kiala.
So, curious to know that since this game is going to be the last MK for a while, do we think MK will be passed on to another team other than NRS for MK?
No, it'll never happen. I mean,
Doubtful.
The people at the highest levels of NRS may one day change. Like, I'm sure Ed Boon and Steve Barron can't be that far from retirement. But I don't see there being like a WB Montreal for Mortal Kombat.
God, how I hope not.
I think that Warner Brothers like doing another thing, like giving, like, hey, do like a adventure game from another developer, because they're more than capable of doing that. They can do whatever they want with the.
I'd be fine with that, but I think that Ed does have some control over where his franchise goes. I don't think that like they're allowed to pass it on to a separate studio without his say so.
Maybe. I think as long as these games keep making money, then like, yeah, that's really what's enabling them to kind of do what they want and be able to say what they want. But if that ever drops off a little bit, if these games become any less successful or whatnot, boy, Warner Brothers is going to be like, listen, man, we got to go on vacations and somebody's got to pay for that shit.
I think NRS will look like a very different company by the time K-12, but it's going to be the same process of making Mortal Kombat for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So this question,
there are sections of NRS that are a completely different company right now than they were when X was made.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there you go.
So, Kiala also asks, myself and Razor specifically, what are our thoughts on the idea of original movie skins for the original MK characters? From the original movie, at least. Look, I've said this before. Give me the Annihilation costume pack. I don't care. I like that shit because it's stupid. If you give me Baraka with like the actor's mouth poking through the the actor's eyes poking through the mouth, I'm okay with this.
His rubber head is too big for the rest of his body.
So yeah, I mean, I will absolutely take more from MK1 movie, sure.
You know what would be amazing? If when you do a fatality to that skin, it turns into rain.
Yes! I knew you were going there. Or like...
It will never happen again.
Noob Cybots is just like a really shitty Ermac costume. I don't know.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, Noob himself, the model, becomes Ermac, but he still makes the shadow clones, because that's what happened in the movie.
Exactly!
I wouldn't mind Sonya and Mud.
Oh God, come on, man! Come on, man!
I really do want Bridget Wilson MK1 Sonya outfit. I would not mind that at all.
I don't think this model has the chest for it.
You've already basically got a shirtless Kano walking around.
Yeah. I would not mind the teal business shirt Johnny Cage.
Would absolutely love
That's cool.
the ninja masks.
The ninja mask.
Love it even more
cool.
if Reptile was in the game to enjoy his. Because he had the best one.
Yes.
So I guess the answer is yes. Absolutely yes. Any other questions? Taco Tommy asks, if MK12 has 4 3D era characters, which 4 would we all choose? Same question, but for MKX characters, too.
Oh,
God.
4 3D era characters?
4 3D era characters.
Sounds like a nightmare.
hang on. Are we counting MK4 or just Deadly Alliance Deception Armageddon?
See, that's the thing. No one seems to be able to agree on that. I say that that's not true 3D era.
Yeah, I
No.
kind of. It's easier for me to pick if we don't say MK4 because otherwise I can't
Yeah,
settle
that's...
on 4.
Okay.
Let's say no MK4.
All right.
Yeah,
right.
MK4 was in arcades. That's the arcade era.
Fair enough. It was in
Gotcha.
arcades, but it's also a 3D game. That's the weird thing.
It's
the
2.5.
in-between.
It is.
It's the...
It is 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna
this is
say-
what I say. Do you consider Rival Schools a 3D game? Because if it is, then so is MK4. That's the barometer by which I measure.
Fair enough. So anyway, my answer, I mean, Frost is already in. Technically, like I don't consider that Frost, but there it is. I'm gonna say Lee May, Havoc. Wait, no, Serena's from Mythology. See, that's what always gets me.
Yeah, come on, man.
All right, let's
I'll
say.
let you pick that. She's not playable till Armageddon.
It's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's allowed.
I mean, let's say Serena then. Lee May, Havoc, Serena, and Ashra. Either her or Shujinko. Like, I could go either way.
Okay. I say, if we're including Serena, then yes, Serena's one. Drummond's another. Havoc and Hotaru. Because I really want to go back to Chaos Realm and Order Realm.
Yeah.
And I'm played out on Kenshi, and I'm played out on Bo Raicho.
Yeah, see, I would have said Kenshi if he hadn't just been in 2 games in a row.
And I also don't think that they're ever going to fix Bo Raicho and make him sensible, so...
No, they'll... Like I was saying a couple days ago on the Discord, that the way I think they should treat remaking 3D era characters is another KI example, the way they completely remade from ground up Tusk and Maya.
I actually
They'll
really
never
did
do that.
enjoy it.
They insist on keeping their old moves. Like, Bo Raicho has to have 2 flips, he has to hit you with his belly, he has to, like, puke on the ground, he has to fart. Tanya has to have those stupid tonfas.
She do.
I think she does have to have those stupid things, man.
I hate those stupid tonfas.
If it's a choice between the tonfas or the boomerang, I will take the tonfas.
Agreed.
I'll take the boomerang, because the tonfas are just blatantly ripping off Soul Calibur.
Okay, but I mean, it's a boomerang, unless you're going to, like, tip it with sharp edges or something.
Well, it did have a sharp edge.
Who were the 4 characters?
The MK4 boomerang had a sharp edge. Like, there's a metal
Are we
ridge.
sure about that?
I can show you a picture.
Later. I'll take your word for it. All right, so anyone else with their 4?
Mine's not too different. I'm going to say have May Onaga.
Repeat.
You cut in and out there. I caught
we missed a
Onaga.
little bit of that.
Sorry. Havoc, Serena, Lee May, Onaga.
Okay.
Respectable.
Thank you.
It's all right. What are yours, Shad?
I did mine.
What were they?
Jago,
Tell me
you're the only
again.
one who hasn't done it.
He doesn't remember.
I think I
Get
know
off
what
the
yours were.
Combat
It's
League, you fuck.
I'm not playing Combat League. That shit sucks. Fine. If you've already gone, I'll go. I am adding Kenshi because hell, is this fucking Slim Pickens? Who did I just say? Kenshi? Can't use him again. Drummond, Havoc.
Nice,
and,
nice.
You know, I really want to use Reiko. I really do.
Yeah, but we discounted MK4.
But, dude.
I mean, if we do count MK4, I'm going to say Reiko, Tanya, and Kai.
If we count MK4, then my entire selection is different. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
well,
it changes the whole thing. That's 3 out of 4.
You don't gotta rock the boat. Man, I almost said something. I can't. No, let's just go Dagon.
I think there's things you could do with Dagon. I don't hate Dagon.
Left field, but okay.
I hope they fucking do something with Dagon. Like, you know.
I also say respectable mention to Blaze, because I always liked the concept until Armageddon kind of snapped it over its knee like so.
So skinny Blaze, not fat Blaze.
Yeah.
I like Skinny Blaze.
Not particularly original on special moves, but I like the dude on fire.
There's things
Yeah,
you can
dude.
do.
Fat Cinder.
All right.
It is Cinder, but also it is Blaze.
We are many here, but
that was
Blaze.
a 2-part
What are we
question.
doing?
It was
Yeah.
3D era characters and 4 MKX characters.
Okay, yes, but for MKX
So for the
characters too.
MKX characters, I mean, are we counting the fact that Cassie, Jackie, Kodal, and Devora are already in, because there are only 8 characters who are new in MKX?
So this is for MK12.
Oh,
What?
for the next game.
Yes, this is the next game.
The next game. Okay.
If
okay.
MK12
Okay.
has 4 3D
I
era
see.
characters.
All right. So my picks are Kodal, I guess Aaron, and then Cassie and Takeda.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go... This kind of presupposes that MK12 isn't a reboot.
Yeah, that's because if it's a reboot, I don't think I have 4 characters.
So yeah, that's the thing. All right, so I'm going to suppose that 12 is in fact a continuation of some unholy sort, and say Geras, although I know that's not a very popular opinion.
Ugh.
I kind of like the guy. Sue me. Bring back Kung Jin. Also bring back Ferritor. Yes, I know it's an even less popular opinion. I'm up to 3 now? Shit. Slim pickings indeed. Tired of that bug bitch. Could stand to see Kodal take a break. Yeah, fuck it, bring back Takeda. He deserves another shot.
Christ.
Interesting list.
I know. Remember, I like Dairu. I'm very forgiving.
Quite.
Django's
Do you
having
need
a
a-
stroke.
It's okay.
And it's
I'm
not from Combat League for once.
a progressive, tolerant person, I swear.
We know you are, Django.
Did you do yours, Rain Rep?
Bond.
No, I didn't.
James.
So it's MKX characters only. Or MK.
Well, Shad did say Geras, so I guess we'll go X and 11.
Yeah, he said Geras.
X
Oh,
and
yeah.
11. Okay, I want none of the MK11 new.
That's true. Taco Tommy did say X characters. He didn't say 11 as well. All right, I guess I'll
Do a different one
probably
than
switch
Garrus
that
then?
up. Yeah, I'll undo my Geras choice, and I guess I'll throw in... I guess Cassie kind of has to be there, maybe.
I mean, she is kind of the leader of her team.
Okay, fine, I guess. All right, that's me.
Okay, mine's easy. Mine is, I think, the same as Razor, Kata, Aaron Black, except instead of Kotal, I'm going to say Devora, because I like Devora, honestly.
Now I'm going to
I know. Okay, Devora, but her little bug clippers no longer are invincibility weapons. They're no longer the Ring of Power.
See, now you're talking.
I mean, she's
Yeah,
pretty weak to
there we
fire.
go. Devora Light.
I mean, if you put her in the game, then you can write a death scene for her. So.
That's true.
As long as Kotal gets to do it. What was the... Okay. Takeda, Aaron, Kotal, Devora.
Look at you go.
Takeda, Aaron, Kotal, Devora. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's pretty good.
It's fair. It's respectable.
Not to play it,
a
though.
wee bit tired of Aaron, especially after all these shenanigans.
Yeah, this game is not...
It's not
keeping up
It's
the
not making me
goodwill.
fall in love with Aaron the same way I did the first time. I kind of want him to take a bit of a break.
You're all broth and no beans. He's got some funny lines, man. That dude's sick.
I don't think they really know what to do with him.
Yeah, I think they created like a really, really cool Baraka and Reptile tier guy. That's the problem.
That sounds about right.
Oh, shit. I think he's a lot like Cabal used to be, but evil. Or not evil, but a little neutral, I guess. I don't know. But still. I wish that Cabal had like the personality and talked and shit like he does instead of like, Cabal does in this game. Whatever, I'll run faster. Like, come on.
Too slow.
Gosh, I hate Cabal's personality in this game.
It's a problem.
I despise it.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, man. I kind of love it.
Really?
Yeah. I know it's weird, but like, I feel that after so very many dips and turns and twists and dives in the story, the absolute lack of continuity, I'm starting to wonder if the batshit insanity itself is a running theme going forward with him. Because, like...
You know what I think? You know what I think it is?
I don't know.
You remember how after the 90s ended, X-Men Comics stopped putting Gambit in things?
Kinda, yeah.
I think Cabal was our Gambit, and Aaron is our new Gambit.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
That does sound right. Sadly.
It's unfortunate, but I think that's where we are. That's what happens when you create a guy who's just cool, and that's all there is to him.
Pretty well.
That's actually kind of what I liked about Cabal. I imagined him as more Boba Fett, silent but deadly type, and now he's a jack of all trades and master of pun.
Cabal probably does let out a few silent but deadly ones. Remember, Kano thinks he's uncouth. That really gets me.
He's just dumb, though. He's just really fucking dumb.
Well,
hey, yo, Cabal, like fucking
I
Sonya
can justify the
promise.
dumb when I start saying to myself, I bet
Okay.
Cabal's in charge of the drug trade aspect of the Black Dragon. And that he's using his own supply all the time.
Okay.
Gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast,
Maybe I'll
gotta
like
go
it
fast.
Sean Hemrick tribute, huh?
Exactly.
It's outrolled speed, baby.
Makes sense.
All right, I think that's enough for tonight. We've been on it for a little while now, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my rest
That's
to bed.
fair enough. I'm sure we will, our next episode will be much
hang
sooner
on.
than this
Assassin-
one was to the
wait.
previous.
Hang on.
Because Nightwolf will be out soon.
Assassin Venom asks us, what skins do you guys have on your primaries? So our mains. That's a good question to close the night off with.
It is. It
Okay,
is, yeah.
okay. So I main Liu Kang. I have like the red and purple pants with no shirt because when you hit start it becomes the classic skin because nobody can get that fucking skin.
I've got for Noob Cybot, I've got the silver mask right now, and I have the secondary skin that kind of looks like Smoke's Shaolin Monk's outfit. with like silver and black highlights, and I've named it in memoriam. That's how much it hurts, baby. That's how much it hurts.
I named my noob Cybot variation Dorphin Dweller.
Nice.
Oh, I should make a new Scarlet variation. Since I unlocked the Pixie outfit, finally, I call it On Flow. I'm disgusting. I know.
I like it. I main Katana, and I use the blue Classic-esque outfit where the thighs are exposed, and I use the silverish mask. I think it's the one you get from Collector, Sindel's Gift or something like that. I think it's called.
Slick.
And then I think Artful Massacre is the fans I'm using right now. And the Psy, I don't care because I don't use the damn Melina moves.
High five. I have only changed that Psy to just get something else, some other rando thing to put experience on.
Yeah, I think I use Onaga's claw because it's noticeable. It just looks like a little flute in her belt.
I have like I think the default Psy on my katana, but then on the Revenant katana I picked the side that looks most like the ones Melina was using in X, just for like Revenants were from MKX, and this is the Psy from MKX. I don't know. I never used those moves.
You got to keep that canon straight, man.
Yeah,
that's essential.
That's my struggle. Is I'm constantly trying to make canon outfits.
Canon with a K, as Shad would say.
Yeah.
Here, Assassin Venom tells us that his MK1 Raiden is called Simple Beggar, and I think that's a very dignified name. I like it.
I like that. That's a good one.
I dig it. If only there was a Simple Beggar outfit.
Django, what you wearing?
Sub-Zero is my main, and I'm wearing Sub-Zero to my birthday. And I put him in the MK2 Classic with the white one. I put him in the white one with the crystal shredder looking mask. That's my go-to.
Good stuff.
That's sick.
He's pretty.
You do enjoy your white Sub-Zeros.
I do.
I like
and the
white
variation
Sub-Zero.
is named Ice Clone Win.
I have another Sub-Zero that I'm actually a little bit proud of. He's wearing the he's wearing the Shaolin monk's mask.
Yeah.
Like the ice
That
one.
mask is excellent.
It's outstanding.
That is one of the good ones.
It's good.
I've got that one on, and he's wearing the inverse black outfit with blue trim on the sides.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of stylish, just a little. I call it crystalline. Anywho, that's the
Classy.
victory for the night. So,
Lovely.
thank you, one and all. Double R, RainReptile, thank you very much for being on the show with us. I'd love to have you back again.
Thank you so
sometime.
much for having me on, guys. You know, I always appreciate
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Affirmative.
It's,
We're going to have to do something about you cutting in and out all the time, get you a headset or
Yeah,
something.
no, this will be better next time if you ever call for my services again. This was a one-off, a strange cutoff situation.
No, that's fair. That's cool. I think I think that you have a really good voice for this, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that we'd love to have you back on. This is cool.
Oh, thank you guys.
the next
That
time
actually
that-
means quite a lot.
The next time that Smoke Man does not have access to a microphone, or Django decides to play video games rather than be with us.
I can do both. Listen, it's very
So
relevant.
you claim.
What the
We will
fuck
see.
are you actually playing right now?
It's
utter.
I'm playing Combat League. This is, dude.
You said you weren't playing Combat League. Now you
He
are.
stopped in the
Well,
middle of
I-
that sentence. You notice that?
Yeah.
Bye.
He couldn't
wasn't
say
playing.
league.
But now I am, and Aaron Black's kicking my ass. But he looks good. This is the new Aaron Black skin you can get in Combat League. It doesn't look that bad in motion.
So-
I haven't
Stop
seen it in
lying.
action yet, actually.
Stop lying. You're playing Tekken and you're using Negan.
Dude,
Just be honest.
I can't. I can't.
All right.
God. Okay.
Well,
Son of
thanks
a
for
fuck.
tuning in, everybody.
We are out for tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Looking forward to Nightwolf, big time.
We are. I know it's been a while since.
Yes.
I know it's been a little while since we've had a lot to do, or a little bit to do or talk about, but I think we wanted a bit of a build-up, get some good conversation going on here.
Yep.
It's
We
paid
will.
off. So
We will be back again later this month when Nightwolf is out and we've had some hands-on time.
Fucking A, folks.
Until then,
Thanks for tuning in.
See you later, nerds.
Have a good night, everybody.
What's up?
Ancestors, give me strength!
You're still trying to win?